Hi everyone, this is my lesson 2 Strand 1 assignment. I decided to do a video. So what I did in the context of the assessment, I did it at my church. I actually ended up doing 2 children just because I had a limited amount of time and the attention span of 3 to 5 year olds is kind of limited. So I wanted to make sure I was able to get the assignment done and give the child ample time for the assessment. So for the concepts of print, I'll show it up here. I took, actually, she's actually my best friend. I took her child, he's 3 years old. I had permission. And I did it with that one. And then with the alphabet assessment knowledge, I also took another 3-year-old. They are in 2 different classes just based on needs, but I did do, they were both 3 years old. I both oversaw by my nursery director for one kiddo and then our children's pastor for another kiddo. And both, again, have permission by both parents to do the assessment. So upon reading Head Start Early Learning Outcomes Framework, I decided that the subdomain that aligns with the assessments best was that goal P lit 2, which says child demonstrates an understanding of how print is used, functions of print, and the rules that govern how print works, conventions of print. And when you read the box below it under developmental progression, under 36 to 48 months, which is 3 to 4 years, it says distinguishes print from pictures and shows an understanding that print is something meaningful, such as asking an adult, "What does this say?" or "Read this." And I found that in my assessments, specifically the concepts of print, that it actually asks, oh, show me the picture and then show me the words. While my child was not able to distinguish that, I have no doubt that he's on the right track for it. But that is the subdomain that I did find that aligned with the assessments. How did the assessments go for me? Because I don't get a week worth of working with my kiddos, I only have one day for 4 hours. I was on a time crunch, so I did feel a little bit stressed out in that sense, just because these are very new to me. I have not done them before, which is fine. Which is also why I chose 2 kiddos, to give them ample time, to give myself ample time, and at 3 to 5 years old, their attention spans are kind of like a fish. Very la la la. I would say my first kiddo, for the concepts of print, he had a longer attention span than my alphabet knowledge kiddo. But again, I enjoyed giving these assessments and just seeing their faces light up and get engaged with me and them and making it fun. I got to read a book to a kiddo, and which was great. He loved it. I loved it. So one thing that I did like about the alphabet knowledge assessment is the page, how it isn't in correct order, because obviously, like in the video, they could just go A, B, C, D, E, F, G and just sing the alphabet song, whereas with the chart they can't do that. And then so it's basically straightforward. questions. Oh, show me this, show me that. Hey, write this for me. Can you show me how you write da da da? With the concepts of print, I liked the fact that I got to read a book to a kiddo and see where their knowledge of I don't want to say precursors, but where their knowledge of reading was. It was essentially, oh, can you identify the front, the back, the words, the pictures, where do you start, where do you end, things like that. And I liked that. I think the only thing I did not like about these assessments, again, was that I personally did not have enough time to be able to span it out in a couple of days versus having to do it in one day. So there's that. For the concepts of print child, I found that he was able to sit through most of the book, and that he didn't start getting distracted by the toys until about show me one letter. So about, the question is on number 5. He was able to show me the front of the book, the back of the book, and where the story begins. But he wasn't able to show me where the story begins. And then I pointed to the last letter, but he was able to tell me where I needed to start reading next, after I was done with one page. And then I did notice that he could show me a letter and then show me a word, but he couldn't pick out the start of the letter and the end of the letter of a word. So there was that. And then he wasn't able to point to each letter, and I don't know if this was due to the distractions he was having, or he just couldn't do it. So so yeah. And then I had to redirect him back to the book. But when I asked about the period, he stayed quiet, which was telling me that he didn't know the answer, which I then encouraged him that it was okay that he didn't know, and that it was just a simple question, and that we were all done, and then he got up to go play. Now, with my alphabet knowledge assessment kiddo, this boy is 3 years old, had the confidence of knowing all the letters, and he only knew 3 of them, or at least recognized 3 of them. So it was cute because I would go, oh, show me A, and he would go A. And it was just totally the wrong answer. When it came down to writing the letters, he didn't know his alphabets. He did lots of scribbles. So he looks like he was working on holding the pencil correctly with 3 fingers in his hand. But I loved his confidence, and so there was that. That is about all. Thank you. Bye.